They helped propel China to become the world's second biggest economy. But now, China's migrant workers are starting to put down roots. New government data shows a slowdown in the number of workers taking up positions in major eastern cities. In 2013, there were 269 million migrant workers in China, a growth rate that was 1.5% lower than that of the previous year. Statistics from the Ministry of Human Resources and Social Security showed that the number of laborers heading east was 0.2% lower in 2013 than in the previous year. Experts say the slowdown may indicate the end of an era for China, which for the last few decades has benefited from a seemingly unlimited rural-sourced labor force. It's young workers like 21-year-old Wang Guangwei that are in short supply in East China. Wang has taken up a position with a welding company in North China's Tianjin municipality, but Wang is one of few migrant workers who are willing to travel far to work for the company. This year, the company is facing a shortage of about 2,000 workers.
Compared with last year's, recruitment is harder this year. Fewer farmer workers come to Tianjin, and with more and more big companies built in inland provinces, the payment gap between the coastal cities and the inland cities has been narrowed gradually, which imposes more and more pressure on worker recruitment in coastal cities.
In South China's Pearl River Delta, an economic engine, labor shortages are hitting labor-intensive industries like manufacturing, construction, sales, and catering. Wu Yingdian owns a clothing manufacturing business in the city of Dongguan in South China's Guangdong province.
I need 600 workers this year, but only 50% of my vacancies have been filled.
In East China's Fujian province, it's estimated that there will be a labor shortage of more than 80,000 workers this year. In Suxi Township in East China's Zhejiang province, none of the town's 400 factories are working at full capacity.
Recruitment for new labor is becoming harder and harder each year. This year, the situation is worse. I think labor shortages will be even more severe in the future.
Soaring living expenses and slow salary growth in the East, a desire to stay with family, and an aging workforce are being blamed for the shift in labor migration. In response, some companies are taking their factories to the workers. More than 80 factories in the Pearl River Delta have been moved inland to the traditional migrant worker bases of Sichuan and Chongqing in southwest China. Migrant workers are also now more likely to job hop, as they have become more picky about their working conditions and benefits.
We mainly have three ways to solve the labor shortage. Firstly, farmer workers will recommend their fellows to us. Secondly, we pay labor agencies to find workers for us. And thirdly, we work with the local government, and each year they will send us several hundred workers. And to keep our workers, we have paid much attention to improve our welfare. We have prepared items of daily uses for our workers, such as beddings, toothbrushes, and paste, and uniforms. And we also reimburse all their traveling expenses. And every worker in our company can seek help from our worker fund. And we will try to give them and their family as much support as possible.